And there you go. Could you please state your name and occupation?
Suzanne Atwell, Mayor, City of Sarasota.
Okay. Is there anything you learned in Greenville that you would like to implement or emulate here in Sarasota?
Well, there are a lot of things that I saw on that trip, but one thing that stands out for me is I would like to see in this community more interactive public art. The program on Main Street in Greenville, Mice on Main, where they had mice taken from a story of Goodnight Moon, where they created mice in strategic locations in the community for visitors and people coming downtown to find. It brought people downtown, it was purposeful, and it was art. And I'd like to see something like that here in Sarasota on Main Street.
How are the intercity trips working in aiding the positive growth of Sarasota?
I think there's a lot of discussion about these intercity trips. I've been on two of them. I went to Chattanooga and to Greenville, and I think that we need to look at other communities, other thriving communities, and more importantly, as far as I'm concerned, with good, vibrant urban cores, and how did they get that way? What did they implement that got them into having us look at what is making their Main Street work and what the community buy-in is?
Is there anything specifically that you have implemented after either the Greenville or the Chattanooga trips?
Well, I think not specifically, but what is critical to me is the discussion and how we're going to implement a lot of the ideas. We're not going to implement everything. You can't do that with every community because they have their own unique ways of getting support. They've got their own unique demographics. Yes, some of the cities are similar. As far as both trips, I think a lot what's going on now is great dialogue, and I'm quite frankly ready, willing, and able to start implementing some of these things that we've learned on the trips, because there have been three, and I think it's time to start moving now.
What was different about this trip to Greenville than to Chattanooga?
You know, it's interesting. Chattanooga was quite fascinating because they have this mantra in Chattanooga called the Chattanooga Way. It's almost like a visceral reaction that people have when you talk about Chattanooga, whether you're talking about development or you're talking about art, you're talking about whatever. What is the way and how do they get things done? And I think we need to in Sarasota, what is, and I wrote a paper on that at one point when I got back, what is our mantra? What is our way that will help us move forward in a big way? And you could call that vision. Doesn't have to be our way, but it is. What is our way out of certain situations that we're in? And we need to become focused on that. What is the vision and how can we implement it? And fairly quickly, if we can. We need to be poised. We use the recession as preventing things from happening. I'm a believer we need to stand up and be poised for whatever's going to happen.
And what one word best describes your experience in Greenville?
I came home from Greenville thinking a lot of what's happening is because of unified political will.